Hello and welcome. My name's Shelley Ferry. I'm a registered yoga teacher and integrative medicine nurse practitioner. Here at Revitalist, we want to make sure that you have tools at home to support and optimize your mental health. So today we're going to find some poses to help with depression and also engage in some breathing and meditation techniques. So find a comfortable seat on a mat or a rug. And I always recommend elevating the hips higher than the knees. You can use a yoga block like I have here, or you can use a blanket. Taking your hips a little higher than the knees helps take the pressure off the knees and will allow you to sit comfortably for some time. Allow your hands to rest, cradling them, left on the bottom, right on the top, and let your thumbs touch lightly. Finding a nice tall spine, pick your shoulders up and roll them back. Feel a nice gentle squeeze behind the shoulder blades. And then close your eyes. Take a moment to center yourself in the room. Maybe if you're engaging in this practice, you might be feeling down or not connected to yourself. So here's an opportunity for us to connect to our breath, to our body. With your eyes closed, begin to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Take your attention to the tip of your nose, right at the nostrils, and feel the breath move in, filling the lungs up and out. We're going to use a 3-part breathing to get started. It's called Dirga Pranayama. So as you breathe in, you're going to feel the belly expand and let the belly relax and pooch out a little bit. And then feel the chest expand, and then feel the breath come all the way up to the collarbones, and then we'll release. So it'll look a little like this. Let's practice together, breathing into the belly, and out. Breathing in, belly expands, chest expands. Air fills you all the way up, and then exhaling all the way out. We're going to do 3 more together. Allow your breath to return to normal, breathing in and out, slow and steady. And then let your chin dip towards your chest. On an inhale, bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. And on the exhale, slowly roll your chin down and over to the other side, right ear to right shoulder. Exhaling, dropping the chin to chest and over to the left side, and inhaling, taking it back. Let's do 3 more. If it feels safe for your neck, there's no pain or discomfort, you can tip your head all the way back and make it a full circle all the way around. But if there's ever any pain or discomfort, skip that step. We're going to reverse the direction now. If you're doing circles, go to the right, back, and over to the left. Again, if any discomfort in the neck, when you tip the head back, you're just going to skip tipping it back. This is about finding some ease and peace here on the mat. And coming back to center. nice tall spine. And I'm going to take my hips off the block just so that I can stretch a little bit easier in this seated pose. But if you would like to leave your hips elevated on a blanket, please feel free to do so. We're going to start first with a seated forward fold. We're going to start with the right foot in front, and then take your hands and walk them forward. And you're going to walk them all the way down. And you might even stretch those fingers towards the middle of the room, but relax your forehead towards the mat. Take your attention to your hips and allow your hips to feel heavy and rooted into the mat. Breathing in and out through the nose. Two more breaths here. Then walking the hands back up, turn towards that left knee with a gentle twist and look over that left shoulder. Inhale, grow tall and long through the spine, and exhale, try to turn just a bit more. Walking the hands through center, now we're going to turn to the opposite side. Again, you can even use that left hand on that right knee to anchor yourself into that twist. Look over the right shoulder. Coming back to center now that we've twisted it out. Bring your hands out in front, sweep them up and look in between the hands. Reach up towards the sky, almost as if you're holding a ball. Engage your fingertips as if you had lightning bolts coming out of your fingers. Breathe in. Exhale, take those hands over to the left, keeping that space like you're holding a beach ball in between your hands. Rooted through the hips. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, up and over. And finding this uplifting practice, bringing us back to center, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling back to center, and then I'm going to bring those hands behind me again for that twist over the left side. Exhaling, squeezing the breath out. Inhaling, bringing the hands back to center, looking up, reaching up, and exhaling, twisting, and looking over that right shoulder. Let's try that again. Inhale, hands come up, gaze lifts up. Exhaling, twisting. Inhaling, reaching and lifting up. And exhaling, twisting. Coming back to center. We're going to move towards our hands and knees. So I want you to find this hands and knees pose by bringing your wrists right underneath your shoulders, knees right underneath your hips. And we're going to move through what we call cat and cow. So cat, round your spine, squeeze the breath out. Inhale, drop the belly for cow, lift the gaze. Exhale, moving through those little bones in the spine, creating space, releasing what's heavy out of the body. Inhaling, lifting the gaze, spreading the collarbones wide. 3 more. Last one, exhaling and inhaling, lifting the gaze. From here, I want you to take your right foot behind you, tuck the toes under and press back through that heel. Use your hands, spreading your fingers wide, press into the mat, feeling strong, pushing yourself away from the mat and pressing back through that right heel. 2 more breaths here. Notice where the sensations are coming up in the body. If there's things that feel tight or tense or heavy, visualize the breath carrying them away. As you breathe in, cleansing breath moves in. And as you breathe out, it takes any of that unwanted tension with it. Release the right knee down. Again, let's switch that to the opposite side. We're going to keep our hands nice and strong. Taking those left toes, tuck them under, press back through the heel. Give yourself a nice, good stretch, pressing back through the heel, pressing away from the mat. So the shoulders are engaged, fingers are engaged. Arms might be getting a little tired here even. Breathing in and out through the back of the calf, back of the knee, finding space and releasing tension. And then relaxing that left knee down. We're going to engage in another little twist here. We're going to take that right hand, sweep it up towards the sky, lift up through those right fingertips, get tall and long through that right arm, and then exhale, we're going to sweep that right arm through the left arm space and relax onto our shoulder. If there's discomfort in the shoulder, again, bring that blanket in to support you. Take those left fingertips and reach forward, reaching all the way forward. So this pose would be called threading the needle. Actively reach through those right fingertips as you slowly walk those left fingertips away. And then walking that left hand back, I want you to push yourself back up into that hands and knees pose. Now let's see what the other side looks like. Take the left hand, reach it up, lift up, get tall, get long through that left arm, and then exhale, reach through that left hand, palm is up, and right fingers walk away from you. Breathing in and out, see where there might be some sensations of stretch. And again, as you breathe in, finding that cleansing breath. And as you breathe out, letting it take anything with it that's unwanted. Release yourself from things that feel heavy or that might be weighing you down. Walking those right fingertips back. We're going to come back to that hands and knees pose. We're going to tuck both our toes under. We're going to lift our hips up into what we call a downward facing dog. We're not going to be here very long because we're just using it to get to a standing forward fold. So if downward dog doesn't agree with your body, then just move to this standing forward fold. Feet are hips width distance apart. If you want to know what that looks like, take 2 fists and just put them in between your feet. And then see if you can relax your upper body, but keep your legs nice and strong. So I'm actively pressing into the floor. And then I'm going to grab opposite elbows and allow the back side of my body to be long and relaxed here. Finding that stretch through the back of the hips, the hamstrings. Feet are active. You're pressing into the earth. Let your fingertips drape towards the earth. Again, if your pose doesn't look like mine, that's okay. You might be a little bit here. That's no problem. But make sure you're protecting your spine. So engage your core. We want the muscles on the front side to be nice and strong. And then we're going to sway, almost like a willow tree would sway in the breeze, around our feet. Just building a little motion here, side to side. And coming back to center. I'm going to gently roll our spine all the way up so we come up to standing. And let the shoulders and head come up last. Pick them up, roll them back, and lift the crown of your head high. So here we are in this standing position. Inhale, reach those fingertips up high again. Got that beach ball in between. And then exhale, tip the hands to the left, hip out to the right. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to center on your inhale, bring your hands down in front. Prayer position at the heart. I want you to take a big step back with that right foot, and you're going to angle that right foot off at about a 45-degree angle, and you're going to bend into that left knee. So this is our warrior stance. We want our hips to point forward towards the front of the mat, and you might notice that you need a little bit of space. It's okay to walk that left foot out to the side. Depending on how wide your hips are, you might need a wider base. So back foot, 45-degree angle, left foot planted into the earth, knee nice and strong, quadricep thigh nice and strong. You're gonna lift those arms up just like you're holding that beach ball in between the fingers. Spread the fingers wide, you got lightning bolts coming out of your hands. Roll the shoulders down and back, and then as if you could take your feet and press into that mat or rug, spread that mat apart. Root down through the feet, anchored into the earth, and engage, actively spreading that apart. So this is warrior one. I'm going to take 3 more breaths here. Even breath in, and even breath out. And bring the hands down by the sides. And we're going to switch to the opposite side. So turn those left toes in, turn the right toes out. Keeping that 45-degree angle on the left foot, pressing back through the heel, bending into the right knee. You can bend this knee a little bit more, but we don't want it to come past the ankle because that's going to leave our knee vulnerable. So if you find yourself with that knee a little bit more forward, then wiggle that stance a little bit wider and you can come down. Hips are square to the front of the mat. Inhaling, lifting the arms up, nice and active, rolling the shoulders back. Finding that warrior one stance, we're going to root down through the feet. And almost if I'm trying to rip that mat in two with my feet, activating my legs. Squeezing between the shoulder blades, shoulders away from the ears. Two more breaths here. Relaxing the arms down. I'm going to pivot again, just like I did a moment ago. The toes are going to point forward. Activate your core. We're going to slowly fold forward. Bring your hands to the earth, and if that won't reach, find a prop. Bring that prop in. Relax your forehead down, the back side of the body down, and anchor your feet back into the mat, staying really active. So hands can stay on a block or they can come to the floor. We're going to engage in a flat back exercise as we relax into this softness that we're in, finding some more space and ease in the body. So inhale, we're going to flat back. Exhale, we're going to relax. Inhale and exhale. Be mindful of the knees. You don't want to hyperextend them, not pushing them straight. So if you need a gentle bend in them, provide that gentle bend. Inhale and exhale. Engage through the feet. Find that flat back. Bring your hands to the hips and come up with a straight spine, all the way to the top. We're going to take those left toes out. Move my block out of the way here. And I'm going to step forward into that standing mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up. This time, interlace your fingers over the head. Press the palms up. Leave the shoulders relaxed back and down. Inhale, we're at center. Exhale, we're taking it to the right side. Inhale at center. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Release the hands, and we're going to swan dive forward into that forward fold. Feet are about hips width distance apart, and we're going to ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows. Relax the back of the head. Sometimes it feels nice to even take your hands to the base of the skull and provide a little bit more weight. But I would recommend keeping your knees slightly bent. If you hyperextend, you run the risk of hurting the connective tissue in the knees. So just provide a gentle bend. You should still be receiving a stretch in the back of the legs, the hips, upper back, maybe even through the fascia on the skull. Bending your knees, bring your hands to the mat and begin to walk your knees back into that hands and knees pose, all fours. Round the spine, find cat. Dip the belly, inhale, find cow. And 3 more. Bring your toes close to touch, take your knees a little wide, and sit your hips back for child's pose. Here in child's pose, if you have any discomfort behind the knees, you're gonna roll this blanket up that you have. Any blanket will do, or even a towel, lengthwise. Bring it behind the creases of the knees, provide some space there, and then relax your forehead towards the earth. If the forehead's not meeting the earth, you can use a prop, such as your block, or your hands. Three more breaths here. And lifting your forehead away from your hands. Bring those hands out in front, rolling up off of that blanket and coming back to hands and knees. We're going to make our way back up to standing so we can transition through that downward facing dog, walking our feet towards our hands, or you can just come to that standing forward fold. Feet hips width distance apart. Find those 2 fists there. Relax your upper body over the lower body. Keep a little micro bend in your knees. You can bring your hands to the back of the head, pulling on the base of the skull, or finding opposite elbows for ragdoll. Where those sensations of stretch happen, bring your attention to them, breathing up and down through those sensations. I'm going to slowly roll our body back up, just like we did a moment ago. Let the shoulders be last and head come after. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the arms up. Fingers spread wide, lightning bolts coming out, lifting up out of the body. Exhaling over to the left. Inhaling. Exhaling to the right. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Coming back to center, bring the hands down in prayer. We're going to take a big step back with that right foot, 45-degree angle, left foot planted forward, bringing a bend into the knee. Remember, knee wants to come over the ankle, but not beyond. So finding that strong base. Forward towards the front of your mat, hips square, lifting the arms up. Lifting up. Now this time we're gonna build a little flow here. We're gonna inhale and reach up out of the waist and exhale, fold over that front knee about halfway. Inhale and exhale. Now this flow is optional. You could sit or stand rather in that warrior one and be still. If you're finding yourself unstable with the movement, inhaling and exhaling. Holding that warrior one gives you 100% of the benefit. Coming back to center, we're gonna swivel again. Bring those toes in, swivel it around to the opposite side of the mat. Right toes are forward now, left toes are at an angle. Sink into that pose. Hips are square, lift the arms up. Lifting up through the waist, either holding or flowing. Exhale about halfway, back nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Inhale. And we're coming back to center now. And as you'll remember, I'm straightening that right leg, turning the toes in. Now the feet are parallel. And taking the arms up, reach up. We're gonna exhale, bring them out wide. Nice flat back, fold all the way down. Block or prop can come if your hands won't reach the ground. Put a micro bend in the knees. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, folding forward. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. And exhale. Engage through the core, press down through the soles of your feet, arms out wide, and come all the way up to standing. Bring the left toes to the front, right toes to the front. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, bending the knees, forward folding. Find opposite elbows. Now we repeated that flow twice. You can continue to flow through those same movements multiple times, depending on how you might feel in your body. Bend your knees, hands on the mat, start to take those knees back. Hands and knees here. 3 more cat-cows. Rounding the spine, exhaling, dropping the belly, inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Toes come in, knees go wide, and we push back into that child's pose. Remember, you can support your forehead with your hands, and you can use a blanket behind your knees for more support. No pain. We're just finding some ease, releasing things that feel heavy. 3 more breaths here in child's pose, and then we'll move on. And coming back up. Take our knees to the right, hips to the left. These knees are going to be slightly stacked. You're going to turn towards the front of your mat. And this is where I really like to bring in a pillow or a blanket. So I'm going to take this blanket here and roll it up. And I'm going to use it up against that left hip. I'm going to turn my torso towards that blanket and lay over top of it. I got a gentle twist here. If I want more twist, I'm going to turn my face away from my knees And if I need a little less, I might leave my face towards my knees. Now I'm going to turn my face away right now. Breathing into the back side of the body, I want you to feel the breath like we did in the beginning when we were filling it up in the belly. So breathing in and allow the breath to expand the entire torso. We're in this gentle twist to release any tension, things that might feel heavy or stuck. So taking 4 more breaths here in this twist, breathing into the space that it provides, and then as you exhale, softening into the shape a bit more. If your mind begins to wander, just come back to the attention on the breath. Breathing in, finding space. Breathing out, finding ease. After those 3 breaths, you're going to pick yourself up. Shift your hips to the opposite side. Knees are gently stacked. That pillow or blanket will come in. You're going to turn your torso towards it and start to walk your body down. Let your forehead rest either on your hands, turn your face away for more stretch, and then breathing into the back side of the body. 5 breaths here. Picking yourself up away from the earth, we're going to move to our back. Before you go onto your back, I want you to prep your blanket for our next pose. This is a heart-opening pose. You're going to place that blanket about 1/3 of the way down on your mat. And you want this to hit right behind the shoulder blades, almost as if you could hug those shoulder blades on the back side of the body. So you might have to adjust it once you get down there. Mine's pretty good. I'm gonna lean back just a little. I'm gonna let my shoulders kind of fall on the mat. Let my legs relax. Bring my arms maybe into cactus shape arms on either side of the body. The chest should feel a little forward. No pain, no discomfort. Just letting those shoulder blades come onto the back side of the body. This also is a great pose to help improve our posture. A lot of us tend to be hunched over things, maybe our desk, our steering wheels, or even our children. So this is a great way to open up the front side of the body, relax the shoulders back and down, and encourage that good posture. So close your eyes here. Allow yourself to settle in, feeling the support of the blanket, of the mat. And we're going to come back to that 3-part breath, breathing into the belly, filling up through the chest, all the way up to the collarbones, and then releasing the breath all the way out. So doing 4 more of those deep 3-part breath, in, out. Keep going. Last one. So this final pose is going to be Shavasana. You're either going to be in this pose that we're in here now with the blanket underneath you, or if that's not very comfortable, you can remove it for our final relaxation. Shavasana, your arms will be down by your sides, palms face up. Shoulder blades should still be hugged on the back side of the body, relaxing through the back side of the body, your hips, backs of the legs. And then close your eyes here. I want you to stay in Shavasana, finding this sense of ease and deep relaxation. Bring your attention to your breath. Stay in Shavasana for the next few moments while I walk you through this meditation. You're lying on your back, eyes are closed. Sense the breath at the tip of the nostrils, breathing in through the back of the throat, filling up the lungs, and then allowing the breath to leave the lungs, back of the throat, and the nostrils. Continue breathing in and out, feeling your body light and relaxed. There's no sense of tension, only ease. If you find your thoughts are wandering, don't follow them. Rather, just label it thought and come back to your breath. Building this practice of equanimity through meditation. No attachment to the thought. It's not good or bad. Breathing in, finding ease. Breathing out, a sense of lightness. Breathing in, breathing out. Continue for the next few moments here, following your breath. You can stay in this pose of ease for as long as you wish. And it's always available to you by coming back to the practice of breath, knowing that when your attention wanders, you can use your breath to hold that attention for you. So feel free to stay here a little longer if you like. And we're going to conclude this practice here in Shavasana.